Hello everyone, welcome to the tutorial for MeshGlue. To put it simply, MeshGlue allows you to attach any mesh renderer to the moving parts of your avatar that are not bound to bones. For example, your lips, your eyebrows, your ears, it could be a beard, it could be earrings, it could be any sort of piercing on your face, anything that is controlled by blend shapes can attach meshes to. So for example, here I have this goatee that I would like to attach to the chin of my character. Now the problem is when you have visemes, obviously you cannot attach the beard to the visemes because, well, it's just not gonna work. You can attach it to the head bone, but that is only gonna move with the head and not with the lip movement that you already have. And when you have a ton of those, it is going to be extremely time consuming to put this in Blender and go through every single blend shape and adjust your mesh. So therefore, we are going to simply use MeshGlue, which is only a few clicks away from your final result. So select your mesh, click Add Component, and look for MeshGlue. Now, the source is normally going to be your body, the body of your avatar. And for pivot, it is optional if you want to add a pivot. I would recommend that you do so if you see that the pivot point is not exactly the closest to the center of the movement. That means, for example, here in our case, the center of the movement is going to be the chin, and our pivot is a little as you can see, misplaced. So I'm going to go ahead and add an empty game object, call it pivot, and simply move it to the front of the chin, and that is where I want my pivot point to be. So I'm just going to go ahead and select pivot, the game object, as my pivot point. As you can see, the pivot point is now moved to where I wanted it to be. Now that is all the settings that you need to do, and simply go ahead and click bake. Now within seconds you are going to have a new mesh. This time is going to be a skinned mesh renderer, and it is going to contain all of the blend shapes from the main body, the main object, that is going to move the closest vertex to this. That means all of these are going to cause movement onto the beard, as you can see. Now, for this to work, or to be synchronized with your character, you would need VRC Fury installed. You can find the link down below in the description. You would need two components from VRC Fury. One would be an armature link, and in this case we are going to attach the beard to the head because that's where it goes. You can attach this to any of the closest bone on the body that you want. And we would also need a blend shape link, and this is going to manage the blend shapes on our newly created object based on every change on the main body. So name of the skin mesh renderer, which is going to be our body, we're going to type body, and skin mesh to link is going to be the new mesh we just created. As you can see, these all are the blend shapes that are going to be controlled through body itself. Now we can go ahead and do a test run. And as you can see, the beard is attached to the head, of course, because of the armature link. And if we go ahead and go through visemes, you can see that the beard is fully attached to the mesh itself. As simple as that, with only a few clicks. No Blender work, no time-consuming process. I hope you use and enjoy this, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.